Hey, welcome in. We're going to do my big game Dynasty running back rankings real quick. Going into week 14, which is your trade deadline. It depends on if you're going to be rebuilding, if you're contending. So keep that in mind. First, we got obviously the top three. We got Bijan, Brees Hall, and Jahmyr Gibbs. Hands down, those are the top three. I can't contest them. After that, you got Devon A-Chain. He's efficient. He's getting most of the work. You have to put him in your top five right now. Now, this is where it gets a little tricky. So if you're contending, I would want Saquon Barkley. If you're rebuilding, looking for the future, go after Kenneth Walker. Maybe even a Jonathan Taylor. Now, I hate to say it, but Kyron Williams right now, not a fan, but he's at number 8 for me. I would look to trade him, get that top 8 upside because he's only going to fall in rankings going forward. After that, James Cook. I mean, he's been a top 8 running back all season. That's why I have him in my top 10 at number 8. After that, it gets a little dicey. Like, I'm not a fan of running backs in Dynasty. It's like you got Josh Jacobs. He's only 27. He's going on 27. So he could be used for the next 2 years. Alvin Kamara, he's 29. If you're contending, yeah, you want him on your team. Give a late first for him, an early second if you have one. After that, like Chase Brown has been moving up my rankings. I also like Tyrone Tracy moving up my rankings. But those are more rebuilding assets that you can use if you're contending. But if you're contending, go after Derrick Henry. Go after Joe Mixon. Go after a David Montgomery. And Aaron Jones even. Aaron Jones is my RB20 for Dynasty. Guys that I have over him for rebuild, I would go after like a Trey Benson, Jonathan Brooks. Even like Braylon Allen. I know he's behind a Brees Hall, but Braylon Allen could be someone like 2 years from now. Like if you're buying him outside that RB30 range, I could see him being an RB2 for your team. Did I mention Tony Pollard? Tony Pollard's an awesome buy now. If you're in a win, you need wins, go get Tony Pollard. I would easily, with his schedule coming up, I would trade my late first round pick just to win my championship right now for Tony Pollard. Look at his schedule. You'll see what I'm talking about. Like I did mention earlier, Kyron Williams, how I'm not a big fan of him. You got Blake Corum sitting behind him. He is my RB24 right now in Dynasty, right around that Pacheco, Travis Etienne range. They're all about the same age. I know Etienne's a little bit older, but he does have his role. It's just we don't like that offense right now, so that's why I did lower him. Going into the year, I got to say I did have Pacheco at RB13, and right now I have him at RB23. So he did lower in my rankings. So if you can get them on the cheap right now, maybe go after them, but be cautious. Bucky Irving. Oh my God. Like, I want to put this guy in my top 12. I don't know why I didn't say he was in my top 12 earlier. I like Bucky Irving over Rashad White. Bucky Irving, when they're in a negative game script, you're going to have Bucky Irving. Rashad White is for the negative game scripts. But the rest of the season, Bucky Irving is going to be in a positive game script. And he's the guy that you want. So I would look to sell Rashad White outside my top 24. And I would look to buy Bucky Irving right now inside the top 24. But you're going to have to pay up for Bucky Irving right now. I see people looking at him as a top 12 rest of season. So after that, outside my top 24, I do like Brian Robinson. Brian Robinson is a workload running back, just like the guy I have behind him, which is Najee Harris. There's only a 1 year difference in age for these guys. Najee is on his last year of his contract. He's going to go to another team next year. I could see him possibly going to a contender that wants to use him. And people are looking at him as a running back 30 right now in Dynasty. So if you can go buy him cheap, if you're a contender, go get him. So to round out my top 30, you have to put DeAndre Swift. I know that Chicago Bears team's in a shamble. We can't trust them. But we're at running back 30. You have to put him there. Then you got Stevenson, Hubbard, James Conner, guys that have solidified roles. If you're in a rebuild, right around those guys, I like Jalen Wright. Also, Ray Davis. Ray Davis is a sneaky buy right now. Because what if James Cook doesn't work out? Ray Davis has been seeing a lot of work right now. I know he's only seeing like a 25% snap share, 20% snap share, but his opportunity share is around 30%. And if James Cook goes down, that's going to be crazy because his weighted opportunity is at like a 60%. Like, go after this guy right now for cheap. No one's paying attention to him. After that, like 40 and below at running back, I don't really want anything to do with these guys. I mean, you got Jalen Warren you can go after. I could see with Najee leaving next year, if the Steelers don't go after another running back, Jalen Warren could be a top 20. He could be an RB2, RB3 flex guy. And you're getting him outside the top 40 right now. Again, Roschon Johnson, who I love his talent. He's not even 24 years old. He's going to be going into his third year. This guy is unbelievably talented. Same with Kamani Vidal. Vidal's electric. Other than that, I mean, we're reaching our top 50 right now, which I don't really see anyone worthy. We'll get deeper into the 50-plus guys later into the offseason. We're going to have a bunch of rookies coming in this year. I could see like 7, maybe 8 rookies hitting the top 50. So we'll talk about those guys at a later date. Thank you for tuning in. check out RPO.